Imagine you had to prick your finger with a needle no less than 4 times a day. Imagine you had to choose between injecting yourself up to 5 times a day, or spent thousands of dollars to only have to do it every 3 days. And imagine that you had to watch and record everything you ate every day for the rest of your life. Imagine the life of a type 1 diabetic. Worldwide, approximately 16 million people are diagnosed with diabetes. 140,000 of these people live in Australia, and of those, 16 are situated in a rural mining town in northwest Queensland called Mount Isa. This is their story.
I'm Matthew Saunders and I've had diabetes for 6 years.
And my name is Holly Johnson and I've had diabetes for 10 years.
My name's Em Johnson and I've had diabetes for 1 year.
My name is Nicole Dixon and I've had diabetes for 14 years.
In 2006, I woke up in the middle of the night one night and I felt really bad in my back. I just felt like there was a stabbing pain in there. So I was like, Mum, I'm really off, and all I remember is her calling an ambulance. And then I woke up 3 days later in Townsville, intensive care, lost 20 kilos, and they told me I had diabetes.
What happened was that I used to, in the middle of the night, I was going to the toilet a lot and drinking a lot of water, and I started to lose a lot of weight and stuff. And so my grandma took me to the doctors, and then they said, I have to do the starvation testing. And so I had to go back on Monday to check if it was diabetes or not. But then that was a bit late, so then went to the doctor on Sunday and they said that I had diabetes.
We knew what exactly it was and we went to emergency straight away.
Didn't Dad tested Emma on my tester to check how high she was, and she was 21 or something. So.
I was diagnosed at 21 months old, and basically I don't remember a lot of it, but what happened was I felt really sick and the doctors kept telling me that I had chickenpox, but that wasn't the case, and so Mum took me into the hospital, and on the way there I fell unconscious and went into a diabetic coma. And when I came out of it, I'd gone through having a corkscrew type thing in my leg to be able to find the fluids, and I ended up being 41.2 and I was diagnosed with diabetes that day. Things like I have to teleconference to a doctor in Brisbane because there aren't enough people up here to be able to help me. And it's just little things like that that kind of make you realise that you're slightly disadvantaged towards living with diabetes compared to someone who'd be in a city.
It's pretty much the same, except the hospital system probably isn't as good as it could be. It's really annoying when you have to go see an eye doctor and you have to wait 3 months for the specialist to come in. It's really annoying when you show up to the hospital at 3 o'clock after school and you sit there until 6 o'clock waiting for a doctor.
They haven't had anything to do with me for about 9 years, so, and now they're on to me nearly every day, talking to me about getting stuff in the pump and getting my levels more under control, because now your 10 years you can get more difficulties your kidneys and stuff like that. So
if we had been living in Mount Isa when she was first diagnosed or whatever, it would have been very difficult. You need the specialist care, you need the nurses who know what they're doing. Not saying that the ones in Mount Isa don't know, but it's just you have a big turnover here, you see different people each time.
Well, he has told me that he hasn't been able to get the same care as if he lived in a major city like Townsville or Brisbane. So when he had to go away, when he first got diagnosed with diabetes.
I know if Nikki has any, issues, she has to go away to get everything tested, so I imagine it'd be really difficult living in a remote area where there are no specialists.
we might take a while to get it, but you're still going to get it someday, and you just hope soon. Hope that someone will figure it out, and so you can just
eat whatever you want again.
We need a government that will support stem cell research and not stop it, because the benefits definitely outweigh the negativity surrounding it.
I think it would be a great weight off their shoulders if there was a way that they didn't have to spend every day testing their blood sugar.
So I think they should just let the research go so that we can finally get a cure.
The hope's always there because anyone with diabetes would know that it's not something that you want to live with so much as have to. So hopefully sometime soon they'll find a cure.
Upon requesting an interview with a local diabetes educator, she contacted us and was unable to organise an interview due to travel time and hospital visits in larger cities. This further highlights the disadvantages faced when living in a rural town with a medical condition. Imagine there were a cure for diabetes.